now, what a performance against the Dutch. I mean, honestly, you couldn't have asked more. He's absolutely heartbroken there. John McEnroe, fabulous captaincy, picked his team up throughout the weekend. They didn't start well, but boy, they almost finished so strong. They took the cup away from Team Europe.
Did you ever think that it was going to get to this stage, you know, where it's getting so close to a decider? I mean, Team Europe came in with a 9-3 lead this morning, and everybody thought, okay, they're going to bring it home pretty easily. Okay, it's now time to go down to Sam Smith.
Joe, congratulations on the trophies and the great titles you won. Where does this sit within them?
Just an amazing, fun week. So proud the event is working or worked so well as it did. Camaraderie, as you saw, was amazing. We're all so happy, and you know, time will tell how big the Laver Cup will become. But the first one is officially over. Can't wait to get my hands on the trophy.
You wanted to celebrate the career of Rod Laver in a very special way. Do you feel that everything that's happened over the last 3 days, you filled that brief? I
think so. I really think so. Rod Laver and his generation of players, and so many beforehand after him, have paved the way for us to play in front of such a beautiful crowd and get on well. He showed us what sportsmanship was all about, and they all worked so very hard, and you know, we take advantage of it today. So I think it did work. I hope that, you know, you have to ask him himself, but he seemed delighted, and it's so nice of him to be in the stadium the whole time.
You're obviously part of a wonderful team. Have you got a few words for Team World and what they brought to the Laver Cup?
They made us work so incredibly hard, and I can only congratulate them. They could have been in the final doubles. They were maybe the bit of a better doubles team here this week, so it would have been extremely tough. So it's been amazing, a fun week. They had the better chance and the better moves, but at the end, Team Europe got it done, so I'm very happy.
Roger, we'll let you get the hands on the trophy. Thanks very much. Thank you.
Couldn't be happier, could he? And let's just take a look back at some of the glorious moments from that match, and the emotions, they were absolutely as vivid, etched in my mind for a very, very long time.
And what an atmosphere it is here right now in the O2 Arena in Prague. All the fans couldn't have expected more than a match like this from Roger Federer and Nick Kyrgios. It's just amazing how he went through that one.
Incredible, you know, like, and also let's go back to the start of the match, tiebreaker there. You know, a couple of double faults early on there, and he had to pick himself up the floor. Exactly, he had to pick himself up off the floor, having got the momentum, and suddenly handed it back to the Australian. But again, I want to say a big credit to Nick Kyrgios. He's played a huge part in this weekend in keeping Team World competitive all the way through. He does have his detractors at times, but in moments like this, he's absolute gold.
He played such aggressive tennis, didn't he, as well, Nick Kyrgios? And I was impressed by that backhand down the line. I mean, technically, for us, it doesn't really work, does it? But he seems to make it happen.
It's where it ends up, not where it starts. But you're absolutely right. It is an unusual shot, and it's very difficult, Barbara, to actually read which way he's going to go. He gets an occasional little bit of pace on it cross court, but his best shot is no question is down the line. And as we take a look back at many, many memorable highlights from this match.
Well, and Roger Federer, was important for him to mix it up. He said that also before the match, that's the key, that he doesn't just go with the pace of Nick Kyrgios. He knew what he was getting in for, or getting into.
Yeah, and he had his chances, didn't he? He had those break points early on in the match that he didn't really convert
them.
And again, it was, I mean, in one way it doesn't look great, in another way it just goes to show the pressure that he was feeling out there, that he wanted to get it done in their singles. They did not, and they wouldn't have looked forward to going to deciding doubles. Jack Sock, the man in your picture there, I mean, he was in devastating form this morning. I think they were favourites if they went to that decider.
And what about Nick Kyrgios' movement around the court? He really stepped it up since yesterday as well. He had a great match yesterday, but today you can tell he's a big match player. He loves the big stage as well. And if he plays the way he played today, I mean, he should be in the top 5 at least.
Yeah, absolutely. And you know what? Tennis needs Nick Kyrgios at his absolute best. And it's up to Nick, you know, at the end of the day to decide which path and which rules he wants to follow, because that's at the end of the day going to be, you know, what's going to happen. Nobody's going to tell him what to do. But boy, I hope he enjoyed the match today. I hope he really got a lot out of it. There's his dad there, because, you know, as fans sitting here watching him take on Federer today, it was an extra special occasion.
And look at the emotions from Team Europe there after Roger Federer could score the win. At some point I thought that he was getting a little bit tight and a little bit nervous out there, and I didn't believe he was going to pull it through.
Well, those backhands, as you say, just chipping them and chipping them, and Kyrgios with that forehand, you kind of felt as though maybe he'd missed his opportunity.
Tell me how much confidence does somebody like Roger Federer get out of a victory like that. He didn't just win for himself, but he won for the whole team. Look at those celebrations. They were all jumping on him. And even Bjorn Borg, who's very reserved and doesn't show a lot of emotions, is right into it. It's got to be a big night, I think, after these celebrations.
Big night. I mean, sometimes he hasn't even celebrated like that when he's won majors. He's walked through them, not dropping sets. And then today, look at this. I mean, absolutely authentic passion and emotion. It meant so much to both teams by the end. And Rafa, look at that, just fresh off a US Open triumph.
You can see so much passion and so much love for the sport, for all of these champions. And, you know, to see Roger Federer celebrating a victory like that is very, very rare. He probably does it after winning a Grand Slam, but I haven't seen that before. Look at that jump. Special
images, isn't it?
Okay, it's now time to go down to the trophy presentation with Todd Woodbridge.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, could you please put your hands together one more time for what has been an incredible day of tennis. Joining the teams on court for the presentation are the President and CEO of Team 8, Mr. Tony Godsick. The CEO of Tennis Australia, Mr. Craig Tiley. The Chairman, CEO and President of the United States Tennis Association, Ms. Katrina Adams. Managing Director of the Laver Cup, Mr. Steve Zacks. There's one more here, and he's the reason we are here. He's the only man to have ever won 2 calendar Grand Slams. Please put your hands together for Mr. Rod Laver. Well, what can we say? A few days ago we started out on an exciting journey here with the Laver Cup. It was 2 teams stacked with the best tennis talent in the world. Contrasting styles, very different captains, and a load of star power. What has followed has been 3 incredible days of tennis and memories. These great athletes have turned on something incredibly special. They've embraced a new concept, given it life, depth and character. On this stage, in front of more than 50,000 people in the majestic O2 Arena here in beautiful Prague, they've entertained us, they've inspired us, and they've made us laugh. But most of all, they've made us want to watch much more of this. So before we go any further, would you please join me in thanking all of the players for making this Laver Cup such a success. A big thank you also to all of our sponsors, particularly the founding sponsor Rolex, and global sponsors JP Morgan and Mercedes-Benz. So before we award the beautiful Laver Cup, let's look ahead, because next year the home court advantage belongs to Team World. In September 2018, we're on to the United States and to the city of Chicago. The Laver Cup will be played at the world-famous United Center. And now a message from the Mayor of Chicago, Mr. Rahm Emanuel.
Hi, I'm Mayor Rahm Emanuel, and greetings to Prague. And more importantly, congratulations for hosting the first Laver Cup. What a success, and you've set a new benchmark for all of us. Congratulations to Team 8, Tony, Steve, and Kevin. That was great. Chicago's a world-class sports city. Tennis is a sport that is close to our hearts. As you know, Wilson is headquartered here in Chicago. We also want to be honored to welcome all the athletes, the fans, and the legendary Rod Laver to Chicago next year. We look forward to seeing you here in our great city. Thank you, and congratulations again to Prague.
Well, we're looking forward to that so much. But now, to our runners-up, they brought energy, they brought passion, and they brought great team spirit. I'd like to ask their captain, John McEnroe, over to say a few words. John, you've been involved in tennis for a long time now. Have you ever had a day like this on the court?
This was probably not, I would say, but I just want to say congratulations to Team Europe. It was a hell of a 3 days. Unbelievable. I'm so proud to be part of an event called the Laver Cup. Rod Laver, along with millions of others, was my idol growing up. And I see my great rival, Bjorn Borg, on the other side. It was just amazing. It was so good to see you, except for that last point. And Roger Federer, thank you so much for putting this event together. The players, I know the players love it. Let me just say on the behalf of all of the rest of the world, Team World, that we are very proud to be here. The hospitality, the treatment has been unbelievable. You fans have been amazing, absolutely amazing. And lastly, I just want to thank my brother over there for co-captaining this squad. He's been amazing. And I'm most proud of these guys right here. These guys fought their heart and soul and put everything into this, and we were so, so close to pulling this off. Thanks for having me as captain. I appreciate it. I'm proud of you guys. Thanks a lot. We'll see you next year.
Just one more time, ladies and gentlemen, for each individual player. Francis Tiafoe, you put your hands together. For Denis Shapovalov, Jack Sock, Nick Kyrgios, John Isner, and Sam Querrey. And now to the winning team, Team Europe. What a performance. What an afternoon. They kept us on the edge of our seats. I think, Bjorn, you showed as much excitement as we've ever seen from him. Come over and say a few words. Come over, please. Congratulations, Bjorn.
Thank you very much. First of all, it's always tough to make a speech after John. That's why I prefer to make a speech before him, because he's talking so much all the time, and he has so many nice things to say about everything. No, but first of all, I'm very proud of my team. Very happy. I was very nervous sitting on the bench. It's more nervous watching the tennis than to be on the court yourself. But I'm proud of the whole team. Very happy to be part of the Laver Cup. I'm very happy about Team World too, because the tennis these two teams performed in the Laver Cup was unbelievable. Every match was unbelievable tennis, and that's what everybody wants to see. And next year, the Team World has home court advantage, Chicago. We're looking forward to be there. I'm sure it's going to be a tough task to play there, but we're going to try our best. And thanks for all the people who come out these 3 days. It's been great. You've been great. Great feeling for everybody. So I just want to say thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you, Prague.
Thank you, Bjorn. One more time for the players of Team Europe. Thomas Burdick. Dominic Thiem. Marin Cilic. Alexander Zverev. Roger Federer. And Rafael Nadal. I'm just going to ask Roger and Rafa to come over here for just a moment. Roger, maybe you first. What a performance, what a comeback in that last match. Did you ever feel that there'd be this much pressure coming on you at that moment, considering the lead that you guys had?
I was ready to go. I had to be. That's what a team member does, and the boys played fantastic all weekend, but we knew it could change very quickly on Sunday, and the boys have been great, Team World in the doubles especially, so we knew it was going to be tough. I was looking at getting ready for maybe a doubles at the very, very end here. So I'm very pleased and relieved that we did win the singles and got it done.
Now, Rafa, were you getting ready for the doubles as well?
Well, thank you. Of course, if the captain wanted me there, I was ready. I didn't want to play, but I was ready. So thanks, Roger, and thanks to the rest of the team that we avoid that very tough situation.
How did you? Yes. How did you enjoy the experience? Because the emotion that you showed on the bench was extraordinary. It was so good to see you in that space.
Well, it have been unforgettable 3 days. No? I love always the team competition, and having just next to me this unbelievable group have been a great team spirit. No? So well done, everybody that makes the team put all the things together between each other, talking a lot. Have been probably one of the nicest weekends that we had during the year. No? So well done, everybody. Well done, the Team World, for a great fighting spirit. Great tennis during every match. Anything could happen. No? We finally won at the last match, but all the matches have been very close. So well done, and we are looking forward to come to your house next year.
Finally, Roger, a few words from you. You've been incredibly important in getting this event up and running. Perhaps something you could say about the experience and about Rod Laver.
Yeah, look, it's been a dream weekend for me to be part of as a... Hello? We have three. Look. So I would just like to just say thank you. I had a vision once upon a time that we should honor the great players of our sport, because there's only that many roles that a legend can have in our sport. Seems like coaching is one, and the Seniors Tour or the Champions Tour, and I just thought it was not enough. I felt like we needed to see the legend of our sport more frequently, and I thought of, you know, who we'd like to thank. It's not just the players that are standing on court today, but there's so many more that have paved the way for us, and that we can enjoy playing in front of a crowd like yourself and earn a living and live our dream, because I think for all of us, all we wanted to do all our life is to play tennis, and here we are. So. And of course, the great man, Rod Laver. It's so nice to see you here, healthy and full flight, watching all the matches and being so happy to see us play. We battled hard. I hope you're happy, because I am extremely happy. So thanks for being here. And thanks for showing us class, and we'll try hard to represent the sport as good as we can. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Roger. Thank you, Rafa. Well, time now for the celebration to begin for Team Europe. The rivalry has begun. We look forward to the Laver Cup in Chicago, and I'm going to ask the winning team to join the legend, Rod Laver, around the trophy. Congratulations, Team Europe.
And here they are, finally around the Laver Cup trophy. Team Europe with the one and only Rod Laver as well. What a moment this is for the team.
Iconic champions and iconic pitches.
Just a hearts and victory, baby, we will be glorious in this moment. Nothing matters. Glorious, stars colliding all around us. Love me high, don't let me go. Hold on to the afterglow. We will be glorious, glorious. We're climbing to the sky. We won't fall back to earth tonight. Your skin, your eyes, your every breath. No sin, no fear, no secrets left. No regrets, no defeat, just two hearts in victory. Baby, we will be glorious in this moment. Nothing matters. Glorious, stars colliding all around us. In this moment, nothing matters.
this is seeing all these champions out here in the O2 Arena lifting up the Laver Cup trophy. And Mark, I have to say, this event has been truly a success.
Unbelievable success. Came here just with my suits and statistics and left with a suitcase full of memories that were going to last a lifetime. Just being here around these champions, watching their mindset, watching their unconditional love for the game, it was something else.
Well, it looks like rivals became teammates here, and I think all of them had a fantastic weekend here as well. I think something they're truly going to look forward to. Team Europe has won the Laver Cup 15-9, and Mark, I think that's something we truly can be looking forward to next year in Chicago.
Absolutely, that's the great thing about this. It's left us wanting more, hasn't it? More of Rafa, more of Roger, more of the Team World's effort and endeavour, and certainly Zverev's going to be there as well.
Mark, thanks so much for working with me. We hope you enjoyed our coverage. We certainly did, and hopefully we're going to see you all next year for another edition of the Laver Cup.
Can we get Dominic here? No. Patricia! Can you get Dominic? Thomas! Warme Stube. Roger, down the front. You guys want to get out? Get out. Wrap up. You're going to be a minute. Okay. It's up to you. You stay there when they come down. So whatever you want. No,
The last one is to bring it to Chicago.
Hey, good luck with the carry on.
Schleichwechsel, wenn das kurz das mit in the suitcase, cool kids. You have to book a seat for it. Put the seat belt on. What are you celebrating? Yeah. Okay, over there. We're going there? We're going there.
13 up.